I'm Rolle.
Hi, Scott Orin with CINEMA-Magazin. Years ago, I brought you this gentleman at Comic-Con when he was first being introduced for the movie Thor. He's kind of come along good way. Chris Hemsworth, congratulations.
Thank you.
I think I've lost one of my passwords on my computer. I would presume that you would be the person I would go to now.
Sure, you get it out and I'll help you hack into it somehow. Nah.
What was interesting for you as an actor to go through this experience to learn, because computers and internet are so prevalent around the world. Everybody is part of this.
Yeah, look, we're interconnected on a level that we never have been before, and you know, what we may assume is safe or secure probably isn't, and most things are penetrable in one way or another. And I think you know, it's about all of us understanding the technology now rather than it kind of rapidly, you know, outpacing, you know, our knowledge of it. And that was what was fascinating about the film, was opening up my eyes to the world we live in, and most of us, you know, that most of us are pretty naive to.
So what precautions have you taken now?
Look, I never had much on my computer to begin with, but I sort of change my passwords pretty regularly now. But, you know, I did ask one particular hacker about that, and he said, just stay off the computer. You know, it's the safest way. Keep your secrets up here.
Boy, that's easy in this day and age. Growing up in Australia, and literally for the past 5 or 6 years, you've been around the world, you know, in a myriad of different film locations. This is the first time I think that you've really been to Southeast Asia and that type of experience. How culturally interesting is that for you? Do you eat the local food? Do you really get a chance to explore the sites? Yeah,
oh no, it's fascinating, and we shot in so many different locations in this film, and you know, Hong Kong in particular, whether it was right in the heart of Hong Kong or out in the little fishing villages nearby, was absolutely another world. You know, completely different pace to anywhere I've ever been. It was incredibly hot and humid and sticky and uncomfortable some days, but added to the energy of the film, and there's a visceral physical response you have from being there. You know, and you've got the old and the new mixed together, the neon lights and the flashing signs and whatever, with the smaller fishing villages which do things the same way they did for hundreds of years. So it's a fascinating place. I loved it.
And just a last question for you. When we first meet your character, he's in prison, and sometimes they film it in a nice secluded Hollywood studio and they build a little prison set. And other times they go into a real prison. Which extreme did you get to go to?
Yeah, we went into a prison, it was, you know, in my prep, we went to prisons, active prisons, and spoke with people doing time in there. And that was, you know, sort of mind-blowing. It's another world and intimidating and scary place, you know. And then to shoot in a prison which was no longer active but was a prison previously, you know, that the walls have a feeling and have a character about them. And I think that's what Michael looks for, is you know, not just the individual people that are in front of the camera, but the sets he's shooting have to come to life, or have a life and have a voice. And shooting in that place did, you know, you could hear the sort of stories around there.
Well, thank you for doing time with us right now.
Sure.
Chris Hemsworth, and congratulations, just had twins. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Great there.
Thanks,
This is Scott Orin. Until next time.
All right. Thanks, buddy.